A quick intro of myself. You guys will be introducing yourselves on your first discussion board this week. So I'm a San Diego native. I grew up in San Diego and I'm 53 years old. I'm teaching for 13 years. My last 12 and a half years were at Grossmont College down in El Cajon, where I taught business communications as well as marketing and advertising and consumer behavior courses. So I've been teaching for a while. I live up in North County, so I'm thrilled to have been able to make the switch up, and I can work in the community where I live and really enjoy the MiraCosta family and students. So over on the side there, you'll see this is where I used to work. On the week one module, there's also a link to my resume, so check that out. And if you have any questions, my background's in marketing, and out of college, I wanted to be a copywriter, but all the jobs were up in Los Angeles, which is a much bigger advertising agency market. Didn't want to go to LA, wanted to stay in San Diego. So I managed to work for Lambesis Advertising, an advertising agency that's still around. They do Charles David shoes and a lot of fashion accounts. And I was an account executive, so that's the liaison between the agency, where all the creative folks went to art school, copywriters and art directors and graphic designers. And the account executive typically has a business degree, and they're working with the client to understand what they want and get campaigns and creative product produced by the agency and sold to the client. So a lot of communication. That was kind of my beginning into intense business communication. A lot of deadlines. It's fast paced. There's a lot of pressure. There's zero tolerance for mistakes. So advertising agencies are a great proving ground. I want to pursue a marketing career. And then later I went client side, which means I ended up working for companies as opposed to an advertising agency. And you can see some of the companies there. Those underlined in red are links to the websites. Now, if you're watching this in the YouTube video, those links may not be available. If so, you can just Google those companies if you want to know more. But Westfield America manages and owns a lot of the shopping centers in San Diego. And Petco Animal Supplies, where I was a regional marketing manager. They're headquartered here in San Diego. I kind of finished up my corporate life at Jack in the Box, where I held different positions. I had a couple of promotions there. I was a regional marketing manager first, and then a product manager, which oversees products from idea to system rollout. And then lastly, a consumer research analyst. So, and all these were different marketing capacity positions. So I have a lot of marketing background. And I also teach marketing courses here at MiraCosta, so if you're interested in those, get that information there. Okay, Nate, that's great, but what are these pictures? They don't seem to have anything related to your professional background. That's just a little bit about me. So I went from selling burgers to drinking green juice and being uber healthy. And I'm a big proponent of being healthy while you're young so that you can have a lot of energy and apply that health to your career, which will help you be more successful and have a happier life. So take care of that body. So that's me, pictures of my mason jars of green juice. I have two boys. I'm a single dad. I have a 19-year-old up at Cal Poly SLO and a 16-year-old who's still in high school. I grew up in Ocean Beach, California. So I grew up by the ocean, and being in the water, surfing and skateboarding was a big part of me growing up. And so I still do that, a little slower perhaps, but just know that when you talk to me, and hopefully we get a chance to maybe meet live, that's still kind of a part of my life and a little bit of my background of who I am. There's also a picture there of me wearing a tank top, and it says 99 cent on it. That's me when I was younger, and I'm rapping at one of the Jack in the Box corporate events. These are some of the things you have to do when you're in a marketing department. This is for our annual restaurant managers meeting. There's over 2,000 restaurant managers attending that meeting, product management team, and that was their introduction to us launching our new products. So that's a little bit about me.
I'm looking forward to learning a little bit about each of you. Thanks for listening about me. If you have any questions, career questions, please don't hesitate. I'm happy to share any advice that can be helpful.